let's start the podcast.
Okay. But I did shit myself in my sleep.
What? No way. Welcome to another episode of Hey Man. We're going to start it with him saying that.
Nah, I mean, I don't want to start with that. That seems like we've been gone, but I did. I was having, listen.
Do the intro and then let's get into this.
But there's something else I don't want to start the podcast.
Do the intro.
Hey man. Well, hey everybody. Welcome to Hey Man. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob. That wasn't even the correct intro, but what's up?
It's been so long. What is it?
Welcome to another episode of Hey Man.
Hey Man.
That's the word.
Welcome to another.
Womp womp.
Welcome to another episode of Hey Man. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob.
Hey man.
What's up? So what about you shitting yourself in your sleep?
Dude, I didn't even know it was possible.
What do you mean?
I've heard of people peeing in their sleep. I've never heard anyone shitting in their sleep.
I feel like it's kind of the same principle.
Have you ever done it?
Shitting in my sleep or pissing in my sleep?
Everyone's peed in their sleep.
Yeah. But that is, you know what's funny? Usually, if that ever happened, it was usually a dream. In my dream,
of course.
I was going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So was it the same principle? Did you have a dream that you were pooping and then you shit yourself?
Okay. So,
by the way, this valid question, I think.
And this is so terrible to start the podcast with.
You shouldn't have told me.
But when you left Auckland that Sunday, I will say my stomach issues were earned. Want to tell everybody how many shots of espresso I was having before noon?
Oh, 8?
10.
10?
Yeah.
You would have 5 doubles before noon? Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm an all or nothing dude.
But why is 10 all? Why can't like 3 or 4 be all?
Because I just wanted one more every time.
I would walk. You know what that sounded like?
What?
An addict.
Of course.
That sounded like me. That sounded like me.
Dude, I am for sure. I have addict behavior but that's why I never got into drinking and I never got into coke and things like that because I knew that would be a bad move for me. But I don't do anything a little. It's not like I just work out a little. I either work out like my hair's on fire or I don't fucking work out. I don't do anything a little. So I either drink coffee or I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, but 10 shots of espresso seems a little much.
Buddy, I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm just saying it is what it is.
Just get a coffee enema at this point.
It's what it turned out being. Because
Reverse.
you know what I would do? You would walk with me. I would buy a coffee. And as I was finishing that coffee, what would I do?
Get in line to buy another coffee. And can I just say also, in Australia and New Zealand, on every corner, there was every 8 feet, there was a cafe.
God.
And I'm not talking about a Starbucks. I'm talking about just an own little small business cafe.
Awesome.
And so every time he would take a sip, and by the way, he could also finish his drinks in espressos, whether they're piping hot or not, in about 18 seconds. So he'll finish it, and then he'll walk by another cafe and be like, oh, you know what? I should have gotten a coffee from there. That looks good. Maybe I'll get one tomorrow. And then he finishes his drink, and he goes, well, I guess I'm getting one right now. It's like, I don't even get it.
Well, because I wanted it more. And so I earned this.
It's like
and
877 cash now, but
dude,
coffee is
for sure. I definitely feel like I was eating, we were eating curry at like 1 a.m. and all stuff I didn't do.
Love it.
So
curry at 1 a.m. is my favorite fucking thing.
I earned we had the best Thai food we've ever had.
It was pretty fucking good. That place in
Sydney.
Yeah. Good God.
What was it called? Crash Bandicoot or something?
What?
Hoot?
No, it was
Vanderflute? No. Anyways, so this is all, I know I have stomach problems and I know if I eat and drink a certain way, I'm going to get these stomach problems. But I hadn't had them for so long because I'm disciplined about what I eat and what I drink and all that stuff.
So you just figured they disappeared?
Nah, you know what? I was on vacation. You know what else I figured out on vacation?
You have no self-control?
That
for sure. You have zero self-control.
Yeah, on vacation. I also, you know what I found out I don't do on vacation as much? Shower. I'm on vacation from that too.
That's not good.
Nah, my vacations.
You showered while I was there.
I did, but not as much as usual when I'm at home. I'm on vacation from hygiene too.
Because what is it? Because you're like, well, I'm not with my wife.
Yeah, dude, I'm on vacation. What do I need to shower every day for?
You don't need to shower every day
or every other day.
Sometimes it depends on what we do. Sometimes I don't shower every other day.
Yeah, I mean, I showered after we stepped in kangaroo shit, but
that was fun.
Yes,
I got kicked by a kangaroo.
You did indeed.
Did we talk about that already?
No, let me finish this.
Okay.
So here's what happened. I earned this bad stomach, but I had never had stomach like this. Like, dude, it was, I don't want to gross anyone out, but here we go.
You just gotta
It was pure liquid and like, like, when, like in Jurassic Park, the first Jurassic Park, when Newman, what was his name in the movie? Whatever. Newman's trying to escape the island and the thing goes, and then the thing goes,
yeah, shoots in the face with the acid.
That's what it looked like coming out of my butthole.
Black?
No, but that kind of splatter just.
It was like when a psychologist shows you a picture and says, "What do you see?" It
dude.
like that.
Let me tell you something. And none of it hit the water. It all just hit back wall. It was bad and aggressive. But anyways,
is this the one on the toilet, or are you shitting yourself?
This is in the toilet. But so it was happening for a couple days, and I wasn't keeping anything down, and I was eating like at one point when I left Auckland, my diet consisted of just takeout containers of rice. And so I thought I escaped it, and I'm in Wellington, dude. What a fucking we love Wellington. What a great show in Wellington.
We love Wellington.
It was like that Wellington show was spectacular, but I'm in Wellington and I guess because I had tried to fart earlier in the day and I was like, oh, this isn't working.
Did you shit yourself twice in one day?
Yes. Well, yes. And so left 2 pair of underwear in that hotel room.
The new ones you bought?
Yes. And so
all of these have been yes or no questions.
Yes. And dude, I guess in the middle of the night or at some point, I think I woke up shortly after, but I tried to fart in my sleep. And
you do fart in your sleep.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
You're welcome.
Nah.
And so, yeah, dude, there's only 2 people who know that, you and your mom.
I think everybody farts in their sleep.
Yeah. And some people who have sat next to me on the plane also know that I fart in my sleep.
You have no control of your sphincter when you sleep.
Dude, I'm going to need to get control because I can't keep shitting myself.
Maybe you should stop drinking 10 espressos before.
Yeah, I will.
That might help.
But dude, I woke up and I was like, dude. I woke up. Seriously? I woke up. You know how sometimes you wake up and you're like, I woke up, right when I woke up, I was like,
yeah, you were like,
oh no,
something's not right.
Yeah. And so I shifted and I was like, oh, that's legit. And I got up and I looked and on the sheet was just rough sauce.
Did you stain the mattress too?
I didn't check.
I would have.
I left a giant tip.
You better. And
I threw out the underwear and I washed myself like I've never felt more dirty in my life. Just in the shower. I felt like that scene in Ace Ventura. And yeah, it was terrible. But anyways, so that happened. But I will say that last week in New Zealand, on a personal level, dude, was terrible and amazing at the same time. I was very lonely, and that loneliness turned into some self-realization and some self-growth that was eye-opening and transformative, and fuck yeah. So if I feel shot out of a cannon, I hope that the things that I learned and am implementing, I'm hoping these stick because these feel like a great way to finish out the ride on this rock,
Okay. Sure.
But what I did want to say, yep.
You shot out of a cannon like that poop shot out of your butt?
Okay.
I'm going to make as many references to it as I can in this episode.
I do want to say something that I've wanted to say since the Super Bowl. I was right about the halftime show. And let me just say this.
What about it?
Remember I told you that halftime show was only going to play to a small niche. Matt, can you do me a favor? Wait a second. Can you pull up the past 15 halftime shows?
Can I?
Hold on.
This is a fact about the past halftime shows.
Yep.
Kendrick Lamar's halftime show was the most watched halftime show of all time.
Yes.
Appear to a niche crowd. What are we talking about?
No. Appealed. There was a group. It appealed to a small niche. And this is what I do want to say. But at the same time, what I was wrong about is it's probably the most talked about halftime show outside of Janet Jackson's nipple in the history of halftime shows. So while I was right that only a small group of people probably enjoyed it, like I didn't, it was exactly kind of what I thought it was going to be for me. I didn't love it, but because I didn't love it. It felt kind of lower energy, and I love as an artist that he didn't give a fuck. Personally, as an artist, I love that he didn't change who he was. He didn't give a fuck. He stuck true to who he is and what he does. I feel like the halftime show shouldn't be sending messages, although it sent a ton of messages.
A gazillion.
Yep. I just feel like the halftime show, I'm not sure that, look, you're asking me but at the same time, it is the most talked about halftime show in the history. And I have a lot of thoughts about it that aren't exactly what other people's thoughts were. But like, it's interesting that there was so much. Here's what's interesting to me, that there were so many people in the, like, calling it like, it was so, like, to paraphrase, there was a big part of the country that was just like, it was too black. A huge part of the country. They were, some people online, like, talking about, what about DEI? If it was DEI, where's my representation? You pussies, by the way.
Yeah, fuck
you
off.
Straight up
The
pussies.
rap culture is a black culture.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck you want to say about it.
And
it's a black culture.
And I go to my grave saying, just because you're not included doesn't mean you're being excluded. It was this dude's way of expressing himself, and get the fuck over it.
Mustard!
But like, and like, can you, like, nobody was screaming at whatever. Well, that is,
dude. Okay, hold on.
You know, Maroon 5 had Travis Scott, which is
cares?
But
Kendrick is the most. Hold on.
But let me just say this. Like, for the DEI people who were talking about, like, it's so ridiculous. If you've been anti-DEI, why do you give a fuck? Do you know what I mean? Why it seems so, everybody is so touchy and they're anti-DEI unless they're not being represented. Do you know what I mean?
And it's usually only white people.
Well, no, I mean, it goes both ways. There are people who talk about not being included.
Right, but for the halftime show, like, who are the people screaming that? But also,
yeah. Well, not usually white people, just in this particular case, white people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me pause. It feels like 133.5 million people is a niche group to you?
No. I said a niche group was going to enjoy it. And that is who enjoyed it. A niche group. The people who are the people who like Kendrick Lamar, but even people who like Kendrick Lamar didn't love that halftime show because he wasn't playing his hits.
Yeah, he played. What are we talking about? Just because I'm not screaming at you, I'm screaming at everybody else. He played hits off of this last album.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't play his hits doesn't mean anything.
That's not what the halftime show's for.
This last album was all fucking hits.
Nah,
but
I mean,
you didn't listen to any of it. Why are you going when you don't know any of it?
I did listen to a lot of people who like Kendrick, and they were like,
"Did you listen to the album?"
No, dude.
Well,
that's not. You think all the songs he played were his biggest hits
off that album?
No, yes, but that's not what the Super Bowl's for. It's like going to a festival and a band is like, "I'm just going to play the songs I want to play." No, you're at a festival, motherfucker. We're here to hear the fucking hits. Play the fucking hits.
I would disagree
that's what
with
Super Bowl halftime is.
I would disagree with that. His most known songs right now, just right now, if you're going off of what's online and what's on TikTok and what is constantly being played by Kendrick Lamar for sounds, whatever people are using for their posts, whatever it is, there's not a single old school Kendrick song right now that is trending. Hold on.
Not right now. Not after the fucking Super Bowl.
Not before the Super Bowl either. All the songs he played, I knew because they go. This
is what I'm saying, dude. You are a Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
It's not, that's the niche.
But you just said even some Kendrick fans were mad that he didn't play his hits.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. He played all the songs he still played are what I consider hits. That's Mustard is a hit. Fucking Peekaboo that he played. The choreography, I think everything about this fucking halftime show was so good.
It was sleepy.
And that's because you're an old white man saying that.
No, dude. Listen.
It wasn't sleepy at all.
Dude, it
wasn't sleepy. It wasn't sleepy. Serena Williams crip walking to Not Like Us because she used to date Drake is not sleepy.
Yeah, dude.
None of what happened in that is sleepy. The messages he sent are not sleepy. Like saying that halftime performance is sleepy, I feel is closed-minded.
Dude.
There's so much good to it.
To me, you're screaming TikTok talking points at me and not the reality of what we were watching. What we were watching was what you're talking about as far as energy and electricity on stage. That was a sleepy performance. I think if we were talking about two different things, the messaging and some of the pettiness was top level. And some of the, like I said, the messaging he had with his dancers and with Serena, that's top level messaging.
And the chain?
Yeah, dude. But as far as performance, we're talking about two different things. And I think if he could have got his messaging across with a little more energy, for you to sit there and tell me that performance was filled with energy, not the messaging, I don't think is correct.
But that's not who Kendrick is. I've seen Kendrick perform 5 times.
This is why I'm saying I don't know if he was perfect for the halftime show. Here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time. He is an amazing artist. I think his lyrics, honestly, dude, like I listened to the halftime show and then I went back and listened to some of these songs more deeply. This dude is a fucking A+ lyricist. And then I did some deep dive, like the performance he did at the Grammys like a while back. Dude, his lyrics are like A-list. He is a straight genius.
Mm-hmm.
That, and man, as an artist, genius. All that can be true. And I can also think, I don't think it's closed-minded to say that, and this is another thing that I have a problem in general. I don't know if it's your generation or maybe just people who think a little more, who are in the TikTok and are getting their opinions from it. You can disagree with somebody and watch a performance and not like it and not be racist and not be closed-minded. I, as an artist, I could not hold him in higher regard. As that performance for the Super Bowl halftime show, putting it up against the other high energy stuff that we're looking at, it wasn't even fucking close, dude. It just wasn't, dude. It wasn't as a performance. This is what I'm saying. It's like you can't disagree with somebody or think that something wasn't good if that person is of a different color or a different religion or whatever, without people going, well, you don't just like it. You don't like it because you're an old white guy, or you don't like it because you're not black, or you're not Hispanic, or you're not nah, man. It just wasn't as a performance and a performer. You're judging it up against all that other shit. It did not have the energy of Dre and Snoop and Eminem and Mary or fucking The Weeknd or Shakira and Maroon 5.
Yeah,
but Justin Timberlake and Lady Gaga, these all had huge energy behind it.
Sure, still the most watched Super Bowl performance of all time,
dude. But that
more than Michael Jackson.
That Super Bowl was the most watched. So you can't say that you think Kendrick provided all those eyeballs for that Super Bowl. It was the most watched Super Bowl. So naturally, people are going to watch the halftime show.
Not people who agree, like, not people who don't want to watch it, though. Like, yeah, of course, if you look at all of these and you look at Kendrick, like, absolutely, there's going to be less people tuning in because it's not Lady Gaga or it's not Maroon 5 or it's not Coldplay and Beyonce. Like, people are, their TVs might have been on, but I guarantee you there are people that were watching the game that didn't want to watch that.
Of course, but some people watched it like they do with Howard Stern. There's no doubt they used to do with Howard Stern. They wanted to dislike it. They wanted to get online and be like, this is just a bunch of, one guy who got online was like, this is a bunch of thugs, right? And so
it's not, though.
It's not. No, he's not a thug, but well, I'm going to get into that a little bit, but dude, don't compare it to Michael Jackson, because the difference between that and Michael Jackson is when Michael Jackson performed at the halftime, more people watched the halftime show than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, sure.
So that's not even a good comparison, dude. There were just more people watching the Super Bowl right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think, like, here's the thing. All the times I've seen Kendrick, like, I've watched all the reactions. I've watched people watching it. Like, that's for me that's what Kendrick does as an artist. He's not crazy on stage. Like, I've seen him perform multiple times. Last time I saw him was at Life is Beautiful, and he had just 4 dancers behind him the entire time, kind of doing choreographed shit. But his music still invokes enough emotion and excitement from his fans. Like, if you watch all the reactions of people watching it, it's people in their living rooms dancing and having a good time.
No doubt.
That's what it is. So I don't really, just because what you see, like, his emotion wasn't as projected on stage, I still don't think that that's a fair assessment of how good the show was.
I think we're talking about two different things. And I think the halftime show is for football is an American sport. And there's a lot of Americans in America of different races, creeds, and colors. If you look at this list, it should be broader. It should be, because the Super Bowl isn't a place to be polarizing. This is my opinion. It's not a place to be polarizing. It just isn't. It's a place to have a lot. Now is when we go down there, down. I think down to the Who, Springsteen, Tom Petty. Those are all super white.
Paul McCartney.
But America, as you look, has started to change. But look at that: Janet Jackson, Kid Rock, P. Diddy. That didn't age well. But
Shania Twain.
Yeah, but you're going way far down. When you go back up, dude, you start to go back up. You look at America as this is all way more everybody. Even the Dre and Snoop and that was a bad halftime show. But at least musically, it's a broader representation. Okay, so this is all I'm saying. You are making it seem like it was great and I just don't get it. No, I get it, dude. I get it as an artist. I get it. But it goes back to what I was saying to begin with. It's going to appeal to his fans. And what I wasn't expecting some of his fans, because I thought he would just play the hits. Now, again, as an artist, I think what he did was fucking phenomenal for him to be able to theme all that, run it all together, and then get straight petty with that smile to the camera. Dude.
Say Drake.
I fucking thought that was amazing. And I think he's amazing, and I think he's genius, and I think the halftime show was meh, and it would have been better for one of his concerts as opposed to something that football, and this is America watching, that should have tried to represent it be more entertaining is all I can say for a large group of people. Now, all that being said,
I still feel like, though, having Kendrick, though, he still represents us a huge community of people.
Sure. And I would say, all that being said, it is without a doubt the most well-known mainstream rap beef ever. And it may be the single biggest in entertainment ding that and fall from grace that anybody on the top has ever fucking had. Dude, Drake, even though he just came out with a number one.
I've gone through 5 songs. The album's pretty bad. I don't know.
But I think it went number one because people were wanting to hear if he
came back.
And
he didn't. It's funny. Like, there's a reason it took me a second to listen to it. It's been a couple days. There's a reason it took me a second to listen to it. Everyone's like, oh, I want to hear what Drake has to say back. And I'm like, guys, do you see who the collaboration is with? The collaboration is with an artist called Party Next Door. And Party Next Door is all Drake, and Party Next Door have made songs before. And it's all sad boy. I hate this girl because she doesn't love me. And so I'm going to hook up with her friend. Like, it's all that kind of bullshit. I listened to 5 songs. Every song is the exact fucking same. And I don't know why people expected Drake to come out fucking bang, bang, bang.
That's not who he is, right?
No, he is, but not with Party Next Door. Party Next Door makes sad boy music for the girlies. Like, his music is like anything with Party Next Door. If I see Party Next Door, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a vibe. Like, I could smoke weed to it. Like, I could go on a drive to it. Like, oh, this makes me want to call my ex. It doesn't make me want to go like bop bop. Like, it's not that kind of shit.
So tell me,
Drake can, but that's not who he's doing it with.
Here's why I think. I think
I know why he did it.
Tell me.
Because he took a fall. He needs a #1 album to regain his top spot. Kendrick, Not Like Us, has been #1 on Billboard for God knows how fucking long.
Yeah.
He needed something to take that spot back. And all Drake and Party Next Door songs, I'm not going to lie, they bang. But they bang because they're just like, it's good music. Like, it's stuff like on an L, like if I were getting in the car with the boys, or like I was with a girl and we were smoking a blunt and just driving in the car, or like at a lookout or whatever, like this music for me is like high school summer nights bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, his album, like I'm not expecting a single hard banger off this album. And I'm only not even halfway through. There's 21 songs on this album. I'm 5 songs in. And I'm not expecting fucking anything like that. But the reason he needed to get with Party is so that he could hop up above Kendrick again. Because him and his songs with Party they're good. But they're not like.
But I will tell you, like, as somebody who's way on the outside, right?
Yep.
I wanted to hear him clap back. Why?
All of us did.
Why do you think he didn't?
Because he can't.
He can't top what happened to him.
I think he did clap back after Not Like Us. Like, after, so I have to go back and look. But the beef started like, it was a song called First Person Shooter Mode.
Yeah.
Where it was Drake and J. Cole, right? And then J. Cole said we're the big 3, like we started a league. He's like, in the line, he says, I don't know who's the best. It's me, Aubrey, which is Drake's real name.
Yeah.
Or K-Dot, which is Kendrick. K-Dot was his like original name before he became Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick came out on a song with Future and a producer called Metro Boomin called Like That. And he said, there is no big 3. It's just big me, you a bum. And he shot back at Drake and J. Cole. And then it kind of went back and forth.
I remember J. Cole bowing out of it.
J. Cole bowed out of it after he dropped a 7-song EP. J. Cole dropped 7 songs. I remember we were on tour somewhere. Remember, you were with Mom and I was out on the balcony with my headphones on because I had to listen to every single song.
Yeah.
So the song he released was called 7 Minute Drill. But the album that he released was called Might Delete Later. And what he did is, after he dropped the 7 Minute Drill, it was never really shots at Kendrick. The whole album had little hits here, little hits there. But the main thing in that song was, hey, this is what I'm going to say. I could say more. I don't want to. Just keep my name out your mouth. And then like a week later, he was at his Dreamville festival and he apologized on stage, which, by the way, J. Cole, my favorite rapper, I love him. And if he ever hears this, I love you, but that's a pussy move. He then apologized to Kendrick on stage and took down 7 Minute Drill off the internet. You can't find it anywhere.
Huh.
And so that's him bowing out. Do I think it's a pussy move? Yes, absolutely. Do I understand why he did it? It's the most J. Cole thing he could have done.
Right.
Because he's not that guy. He's not the guy who's in all of this bullshit. He's very to himself. He has 0 presence on social media unless he drops albums.
Right.
That's it. And that's honestly part of why I love J. Cole. Because he's like, hey, I'm going to drop some heat. I'm going to go on tour. You're not going to see shit from me in the tabloids. Like, I'm not going to be here. He's got a girlfriend with 2 kids that's not even on the radar, that no one knows about. He keeps his personal life personal, which I like about him. After he dropped that, Kendrick kind of kept his name out of his mouth. Didn't talk about J. Cole anymore. No one really talked about J. Cole after that, because everybody knows that if Cole wants to come for someone, there's a reason they say it's a Cole world, not cold world. It's a Cole world. He'll come out spitting flames. 7 Minute Drill was fire. I loved it. And then after that, Drake dropped a diss track. And then Kendrick dropped a diss track. And then Drake dropped another one. And then Kendrick dropped 3 in 24 hours, having Not Like Us be one of them.
Got it.
There was another one he dropped where he was like, the first line, it was like him talking to this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my point. But it's like, there's so much to it.
Let's get back. We're so far off topic.
No, we're on the Drake beef.
Okay.
Drake never dropped another song after those 3 songs, I believe, is my point.
But why
didn't he clap back?
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying, dude.
How does he clap back?
Okay, this is why I'm saying I don't think he's in a real tough spot, because I don't know how you clap back from pedophile.
Even though there's no concrete evidence.
Okay.
But yes. Yeah.
I don't know how you clap back from pedophile. And it's now in such a mainstream area that you would have to top it. And so I think he thought, I'm just going to release 21 bangers and people are going to forget it. But I'm sure everyone except for the most hardcore Drake fans went through there and were like, where's the diss track? Where's the diss track? I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. It's why it went number 1, I think, because people were wanting to hear it. Now, I have another one. It's so mainstream, dude, that Will Ferrell did it. Dude, that Will Ferrell was so fucking funny. I didn't think he was going to say pedophile.
I knew he was.
And dude, you know, to me, what the best part of that was them actually hitting an A minor note.
Yeah.
That was such expert level. My favorite
part
level.
My favorite part is because, like, in the song, like, he was certified pedophile. Wop. And in the song, he says, "Dot, fuck him up." And then Will Ferrell, he just went wop. Dot, fuck him. He didn't say fuck him up. He just went dot, fuck him.
It was so fucking funny.
It was pretty good. I really enjoyed that.
But that's what I mean. It's so mainstream. I can't think of a guy. And yes, he just had a number 1 and whatever, but he's not cool right now. Nah, dude, he is not cool. There's no look, you know what makes you cool in this society? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What makes you cool is having the other celebrities co-sign.
Yeah.
That's not happening for him right now.
No, not really.
No.
There's just nothing really for him. Because here's the thing, though. The
only person I can think of that's coming to, like, is, I think Kevin Durant is still pro Drake.
LeBron's not even pro Drake.
No, I know.
Did you see him come after LeBron too?
No.
Drake came after LeBron in a song, in a diss track, like not a diss track, but like in a song had something about you turned your back on me after I gave you that Rolex when you were a teenager and you just joined, like this and that and whatever. He was trying to like make him feel bad. He was trying to guilt trip him because LeBron loves Kendrick. He also lives in LA right now. You can't go support Toronto. It's just not how it works.
Way cooler to be a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan now.
It's also because Kendrick has dropped better music than Drake.
This is what I'm saying.
That period, like that last album is really good. I need to listen to it again. But it's like you can't, like, even though there's no concrete evidence that Drake is a pedophile. There's zero evidence that Drake is a pedophile.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's kind of,
we are in a society now where you don't have to prove something's true. You have to prove that it's not true. And that is backwards, dude.
Yeah.
It's straight. You can just say whatever you want about somebody and they're like, that's not true. And they're like, prove it. That's where we are right now. That's where we are.
Well, the thing is also the reason why everyone is still sticking with it. Like, one, obviously, there's a whole verse where he starts out, "Say Drake," and like it's just ridiculous. But the next song that Drake dropped after that diss track dropped, he dropped a song, and in it he made a reference to saying, "I never fucked Millie Bobby Brown."
Yeah, it's
but that's the thing, is like the reason why everyone is like, well, that was kind of sus because no one ever said a name or what we were talking about. But the fact that you would bring up the name that that we were all thinking and talking about seems kind of strange.
It's like Ashton Kutcher coming out of nowhere saying Diddy's gonna lie about me. You're like, dude, that is a bad.
And came to the defense of a rapist. That does not look good for Ashton Kutcher.
That is a bad look.
Yeah.
I want to say one other thing about the halftime show.
It was awesome.
Which it dawned on me, and I watched a lot of people's reactions, and a lot of people butthurt.
Just were so good.
A lot of people butthurt about, like, but there was one that really stuck out to me, where this dude who came out, a white dude, who was like, I'm just tired of, I'm paraphrasing, of these thugs, and he was trying to pretend to be a nice white guy. And I'm tired of these thugs, and why are they representing these thugs? And two things dawned on me. One, Kendrick Lamar, not a thug. But two, he, just because he dresses like that, he's dressing in a way that is representative of who he is and where he came from. But that's like somebody saying, just because you have a cowboy hat and you dress like a cowboy, I can't hang around these racists, right? It's just, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. But it also dawned on me that, look, man, this is going to come out convoluted, and I'm going to have a lot of ideas on this, and I haven't put them into the right order. But like racism, first of all, in general, racism, I think there are some people who genuinely don't think they're racist because they think of racist. So I'm not racist because I don't want to string black people up. So I'm not racist. And that's not the only thing that racism is. Right. And so I think some people who truly don't believe they're racist do some things that are a little bit racist. I also think, man, that like, if you judge America by online, it's the most racist, anti-Semitic, misogynistic, also anti-white, anti-Asian, homophobic. But online isn't real life, everybody. You got to go outside. And I will tell you, as a Jew, I get online shit. I think a lot of it is trolling and bots. And I honestly, or people just, but out there, it's just not the reality of what my life is. I don't go out there and I talk about being Jewish on stage. I don't hear it in real life. Now, does that mean it doesn't exist? Of course not. Does that mean that there isn't people out there doing anti-Semitic, racist things? Of course not. But I think two things can be true at the same time. And like, I'm tired. There's racism everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Is America the most racist country in the world? I don't know how to judge that. I don't know how to judge that. Okay. Is there racism? Yeah. But you know what else is true about America? It's home of the most influential, powerful black people on the planet.
Yep.
Right. And so two things can be true at the same time. Is there racism here? Yes. But is it also probably, if you, as a black person, the best place to live? The place with the most opportunities for get ahead and for a better life? I don't know of a better place. I don't know of more powerful, influential, black. I don't know a country that has more powerful, influential black people. I would tell you the most popular, probably well-paid spokespeople in the country are Snoop and Kevin Hart. That couldn't be possible with the amount of white people here. Advertising people aren't stupid. They're not putting people there on screen who are going to lose them money or who are going to have people go, I'm not going to fucking shop there because of that black person. Right.
Right.
So like I think we're at a time where we're not allowed to think two things are true at the same time. And two things are allowed to be true at the same time. Is there racism? Yes. That halftime show showed a lot of it, dude, and showed how petty some people can be. But at the same time, dude, it still was an opportunity. He was still hired to perform on the biggest stage in the world. So like, how racist is it if that was the choice by the people who run the league who are white? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also don't think it was based. I'm confused on what you said.
That might not have been the most articulate thing.
That last part wasn't very articulate.
We'll take it out of that.
No. I mean, like, we don't need to take it out. It just didn't make any sense.
But what I mean is, there's like, all these opportunities. I remember traveling with 50 Cent and him telling me, I'm not rich because of black people. Black people tell white people what's cool, but then the white people are the people buying the tickets and the CDs and all that shit.
Right. You also know, isn't it true that Jay-Z helps pick the halftime performers?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have someone of influence up there who helps them pick who the biggest person in the world is.
Okay. But also,
that's not me tackling that. That's me just like,
but also I would guess initially pre Jay-Z, the people who put Jay-Z in charge of that probably were white people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get what the point is here.
The point is, like, yes, there can be racism, and also at the same time, the majority of the people in this country not racist, because if they were, these things could not happen. These things could not exist. The black culture is the most influential culture in entertainment, especially in music. I would say maybe in fashion.
I would say sports right now.
Sports too, right? So I think we're labeling it as such. And like I said, I'm going to tell you from my experience as a Jew, online, if I judged America online, I would be like, this is the most anti-Semitic place. Look, that Kanye shit.
Oh my God.
The Kanye t-shirt was...
We should 100%.
Was I was blown away by the brazenness of it, by him coming out and saying I'm a Nazi, by every community feels like, well, where's the outcry now, right? But like that to me was so brazen and so crazy, and I was like, oh my God. But then you walk out in the street and there's nobody wearing a swastika t-shirt.
I don't care. I don't think anyone bought that.
There's some people who did.
Well, probably some Nazis.
Yeah, there's some people.
But I don't think there's a lot of Kanye fans right now who can look and be like, oh.
Yeah, I also don't think he knows how Nazis work if he thinks they like him. I'm not sure he understands the movement.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, if he's like, I'm a Nazi now, I'm like, I don't think you quite get it. They don't really like you either.
Yeah.
But I
forgot that,
dude. It was so brazen and so ridiculous. But at the same time, if I take the hysteria away and I step outside, now I'm not saying it doesn't exist, everybody. I'm not saying there isn't racism. There isn't people that hate Jews, gays,
brown people,
Asian, brown people, transgender. It is there. It is there. But the difference between online and real life, if you can separate and you can go and live your life, the difference is palpable. It's real.
Yeah.
And so that's all I'm saying is that and obviously two things can be true at once, but like, I think if people take a breath and like I said, it's not that it doesn't exist. Is there systemic racism? Yeah, dude. Of course there is. Are there prejudiced racist people? Yeah, of course. Is there anti-Semitism? Yeah. But like, also, there isn't. Also, the majority of people are repulsed by it. Repulsed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think we have to remember, with everything, even there's room for two things to be true at once. One of the things that I hate about the culture we're in right now, politically, let's just land on that, is that you're either you like everything somebody does or you're not on that fucking team. And that to me is a cult. Like if you look at the present administration, dude, there are some things that I'm like, yeah, I actually can kind of see that. But there's a bunch of things where I'm like, this seems to be a little out of control. But what bothers me is that the people who are on either side are not allowed to disagree with their own team. But by the way, when you disagree with your own team, that's how you hold people accountable. And right now, it's a bummer that you are all in, and this is what extremism is, everybody. You're all in or you're fucking not on my team. And that, I think, is dangerous on every level. Every level.
Right, left, center, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, and this is all I'm saying about this is all I'm saying.
The only thing I was scared of was you're like, Kendrick dresses like he's part of, like, you know, where he's from, this and that. Kendrick was not dressed like a thug at all.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you said that he dresses like where he comes from. No, you said that on the podcast. That's what I was trying to say. That's why I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if those $500,000 worth of chains is really where he comes from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's part of the culture.
100% part of the culture. The jeans, the shoes, the step in.
Dude, love to see those jeans back.
The jacket,
I grew up in those fucking jeans.
The jacket was fire. The chains were fire. I loved everything about it. But yeah,
Are you allowed to call them chains?
Mm.
I mean, it seems a little, I mean, if anyone, I'm not sure you can call them chains.
They call them chains.
Okay. What do you mean by they?
Everybody calls them chains. Damn, caught me. Everybody calls them chains. They're chains. You don't call them necklaces. You said chains. They're chains.
Okay. Yeah, dude. Fine. I'll remember that. Did you watch the SNL 50?
No, I watched some highlights. I didn't watch all of it.
Dude, my favorite part, the Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively.
Yep.
Can I just say, and I'm happy to be able to say this finally, because it's like, okay to, no, let me just rephrase it. I'm happy he's being seen more for who he is. There's been stories about him for a while. I know one personally that I'm not allowed to talk about because it's not my story to tell. And you know me, dude. I'm not telling other people's stories.
Yep.
But I know somebody who was done real dirty by him, and who he was supposedly best friends with at the time. Real fucking dirty. And one day they were best friends, and the next day Ryan Reynolds did something real dirty, and they never spoke again.
Huh.
He reached out to him. Ryan Reynolds never reached back. No explanation. Just did him fucking dirty. Now, I know TJ Miller has had some beef with Ryan Reynolds about getting kicked off of Deadpool. To be fair, some people have also had some things to say about TJ.
Yep.
But all these things coming out about Blake Lively. Here's what I don't like. I don't like bullies.
Yeah.
And they seem to be bullies of the worst kind. They're smiling bullies. And a smiling bully dude is a real asshole. At least own it. At least fucking own the bully. Look, dude, just show me who you are. I will say this about Trump, dude. Trump is a straight up bully, but he's not hiding it.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, dude, you're going to do what I say, or I'm going to, fuck your mother. Probably not fuck your mother, but you know what I mean? And so I don't like bullies, man. And these two are straight up fucking bullies. If you read all the stuff, dude, what they seem to have forgotten is that this isn't 20 years ago where you can just say something and nobody can research it. There's no receipts. There's digital receipts. Dude, they had sent notes or whatever to the New York Times. I think it was the Times that did the article or a post, but that were under the heading "Smear Justin." Dude, these two have been conspiring to smear this dude and to take him down because they're powerful people. And that thing last night on SNL, or when I watched it last night, where they were going into the audience and asking questions.
That was
by the way,
that was last night.
Was it last night?
Yeah.
By the way, dude. Yeah. By the way, what a fucking who's who and such a cool event. It was so cool. And I don't think there'll ever be anything like SNL ever again. 50 years in, even the young kids now, it means something to host SNL. Yeah. Even the young performers now, it means something to be a musical guest on SNL. Sabrina,
I think it always has, though.
But this is what I'm saying. For 50 years, there will never be anything like that again that is culturally relevant for 50 fucking years, where anybody who's ever been quote unquote cool has wanted to be on that show, host that show, be a musical guest on that show. Dude, to have Paul Simon and Sabrina Carpenter sing a song together is so mind blowing. that was a very funny line. He said, did you hear it? He said, I performed this in 1976. And she goes, I wasn't born in 1976 and neither were my parents. I was like, God damn.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Wait. How old is Sabrina Carpenter?
21, something like that. 20, 21.
Yeah, okay.
So
Her parents are young.
yeah, man.
Holy shit.
I mean, but look, yeah.
You're not.
Fuck off. So
Get fucked.
but get fucked.
No, you get fucked.
So, but dude, that whole thing, but they, that Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were going to the audience and taking questions, and Ryan Reynolds stood up. This was funny, man. And he was like, hey, Ryan Reynolds. And they said, how you doing? And he said, good. Why, what'd you hear?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the clip.
Super funny, man. And he's such a charming guy. But I think the jig is up. I don't think Blake Lively will ever fucking work again. The things that are coming out about her and what she said, that she signs on to projects knowing that she's going to want to try to change them. She's gotten makeup artists fired. Some of the things that are coming out. She seems real mean girl. And look, I'm not a dude who likes to judge just by what I read on social media and all that stuff, but
there's a lot
I'm gonna hear.
Yeah.
She seems real mean girl, and I'm super glad that it seems like she's gonna get what she fucking deserves. Now she's got $1 gazillion, but I think being popular and being liked might be more important to her than having money. And so I would be happy.
Do you expect an apology?
No.
Well, then how is she going to be liked again?
I think everybody likes a comeback. Maybe I do think that listen, I'm going to go ahead and predict.
Okay.
I don't think their relationship lasts.
Ooh, interesting.
I think they're going to start to blame each other because I think they're both going to take a hit. He doesn't look too good in this either.
Do you think that one wants to make an apology and the other doesn't, and that's why they split?
Look, I know. I think they'll start to blame each other for how it went down.
Interesting.
I do. And so, and like I said, it seems like their MO is to butter people up, and then use them. You think, oh, these people love me. Of course they're good people. They love me. But they have like a 3 or 6 month plan out of how they need you to
use you.
Yeah. I've the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. They both seem to be fucked up, and that was entertaining to watch, and human poop on the bed and all that stuff. That's always fun. But
my favorite is the Jason Momoa Skype interview.
With who?
When he's a witness on the stand, but he can't be there because he's filming something somewhere else. And they do this clip and they ask him a question and they go, do you know the woman over there? And he goes, oh, I know her. And Johnny Depp's just laughing over at his table. It's super funny. But they're like, Mr. Momoa, this is serious. He goes, yeah. Right. He goes, yeah, sorry. And Johnny Depp is cracking up. It's pretty funny.
So that one, and Johnny Depp, listen,
not a good dude either.
No, I didn't say he's a bad dude.
I
didn't say but he.
No, but also
there were things that came out where you're like, okay.
There were things he said about her, which was very out of pocket.
So
same with her. No, I'm just agreeing with you. On both sides, there were definitely things that were said.
But he was not an abuser, right?
No, but I mean physically, no, but maybe verbally.
Okay, but she shit on his bed. If somebody shit on my bed, I'd probably get into it with you a little bit too.
Yeah. But
and I would say this also,
I'm just trying not to take away from everything on both sides. She definitely caught some shit. He literally caught shit.
Yeah.
In his bed.
I would say this, dude. I wasn't there, but verbal abuse when a couple is arguing is hard to really nail down.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna based on also things he said behind her back. I can probably. Yeah, stop. Hold on. Don't dismiss me while I'm talking. Thank you very much. You could probably make an educated assumption that there were probably other things said not during arguments towards her that would probably equal her shitting on his bed.
Yeah, dude. And I'm not exonerating him. He was a heavy drinker and, all that stuff. And so I'm sure he said some shit. But this case here.
He said to somebody else that we should light her on fire.
Yeah.
That was pretty bananas.
Yeah, it's pretty bananas.
It's pretty bananas.
It's pretty bananas. And so not exonerating. And that one I was not as clear. This one here they seem like assholes. And I hope they get everything that fucking comes to them.
Yeah.
I don't like bullies.
Not a single person has come to their defense.
I don't like bullies. She seems like a mean girl bully. And I really hope she gets, here's what I don't hope for anybody. A lifetime of misery. But I hope you get knocked down where you hit rock bottom, where you can come to a point and be like, I'm not a good person. I am going to do something to fix that.
Yeah.
This is what I hope. I'm not a dude. I hope that everybody gets to a point where they're like, I need to change who I am because this isn't working for me.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. So but I hope she gets exactly what's fucking coming to her. I can't imagine anybody would hire her. I can't imagine. He's so good at his job. I can't imagine he won't get jobs, but I hope enough has happened to him where, he takes a look also at, being the smiling assassin. A smiling bully is a fucking pussy way to be.
Yep.
And so, but the 50th, dude, I will tell you.
What's your favorite SNL skit of all time?
Oh, hard to say, dude. The Kristen Wiig baby hand.
Baby hands are hilarious.
The Kristen Wiig baby hand, which is maybe the hardest I've ever laughed at a sketch live. That first time the baby hand came out, I'm Emma, I live in the attic or whatever.
Is that where you got the baby hand from to start smoking weed out of?
No.
Oh.
But it was like, it's hard for me to say favorite, but I know that's the one that made me laugh the absolute most. And she may be, this is going to be controversial. She may be the person her and Will Ferrell made me laugh the most consistently on that show.
I would probably agree with that. I got a couple that I just wrote down that we should just relive. First of all, best song, probably my favorite songs, Dick in a Box.
I think far and away.
Did you see Andy Samberg and Lady Gaga perform that together?
I missed that. When did that happen?
So they did a musical number just of all the songs on Saturday. And then they did the SNL skits on Sunday. So go back. That's where the Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I just saw that online.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
came from. And then, what they started out where Lady Gaga's playing, they're trying to sing Shallows. Mm-hmm. And Andy Samberg, and then Lady Gaga's like, Andy, stop it. And he's like, is it bad? She's like, it's awful. Let's do something that's a little more in your range. And so she plays piano and they do Dick in a Box as a duet.
Amazing.
And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I would say you can say what you want. You're wrong.
Dude, how do you have anything bad to say about Lady Gaga?
No,
Jerry.
I sent you the other one.
Dude, not as funny.
But that guy only does voiceovers. If you go look at his page, he only does voiceovers.
The Jerry is my favorite. Dude, you have the same arms.
Yeah, I know. That's why, because I'm literally
the Jerry is my absolute favorite.
Thanks for meeting on such short notice. Jerry's been on my case all day. He was telling me to quit monkeying around. I'm a literal monkey. Ooh, Jerry, you never saw me. I gotta run. You never saw me.
It's
pretty funny,
dude. I laugh every time I watch it. Every fucking time. It's my favorite internet video ever.
I literally have the same arms. It's like,
no, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Thanks for meeting me.
Thanks for meeting me on such short notice, and then just inhales a fucking grape is the funniest fucking thing. Oh Where was I on that? Oh, no.
Dick in the Box, your favorite song, my favorite song too.
Oh, the thing about Lady Gaga is like obviously like back in the day when she first hit the scene, she had some questionable looks. Just like red carpet looks. Just like that was, I remember
the meat look. I love it.
No, I looking back on it now, she's iconic. But I remember seeing her when it was like I was like middle school when she hit the scene.
Yeah,
I remember seeing her going, "This woman is fucking batshit crazy."
I loved it.
And I look back on it now, and I'm like, that meat dress is fucking. Somebody was like, "You think they saved it?" And I go, "Do you think they wanted to give everybody E. coli? Like, no, they have to put the whole thing in the fucking freezer. Like,
you could
raw
make
meat
jerky out of it." That would be a much smaller outfit.
Lady Gaga jerky? What a great idea for her based on her meat dress from 2007.
Dude, I don't know
2007?
if you're an artist. I don't know how you have anything bad to say about Gaga.
No,
it's what I would say about Kendrick Lamar too. Anybody who is entirely themselves all the time and just expresses themselves for who they want to be in the moment, I am 1,000 on 100%, 1,000% on board for authenticity.
100% 10 toes down.
It's what I like about Miley Cyrus, man.
Yeah.
Authenticity.
Okay, so song wise, I can't really. I mean, I could go into Lonely Island, but they kind of did their own thing from
Ticking the boxes without a doubt.
100%. Another one for me is What's Up With That with Keenan. What's up with that?
So you're on sketches.
We're on sketch now. The only song that I can really think of that is my favorite of all time is Dick in a Box.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that really like comes to mind right away. It's my dick in a box.
It's hard for me to pick sketches because I would need to sit down, but What's Up With That has always been one of my favorites.
I went through a couple of them last night. I was like, give me I went online. I was like, top 50 best SNL skits of all time.
The SNL, the show was, and people, online are so hypercritical. It's hard to make a show like that. People are like, well, I didn't laugh at this. I didn't laugh at that. You're never going to laugh at everything. There's no way. But Eddie Murphy doing Tracy Morgan in front of Tracy Morgan was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The big song number they did about New York through the ages was so well done.
That
the questions, the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler questions the audience, so fucking funny.
I'm talking about just throughout the years.
I know, but I just want to get into what actually happened last night.
Oh, okay.
It seems a little more current.
Well, yeah, I didn't watch it though. That's why I was also trying to join in and be like, but what's your favorite SNL skits of all time?
Okay.
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
No.
Shit. There was a little bridge right there, and now it's gone. The bridge has been burned.
I think my favorite, because I know the Baby Hand made me laugh the most. It's hard for me to get into what my favorite sketch is because I sometimes I'm a prisoner of the moment. I think the early sketches, like the first year, I think there's a lot of nostalgia attached to them. I don't think they're as laugh out loud funny, but there's a lot of nostalgia attached to them. But I think if you go back to anything like, the Debbie Downer sketch,
super funny,
where everybody was laughing. But if I go with, for me, off the top of my head, I can give you top two.
Okay. Baby Hands
and Van Down by the River.
I don't think I know that one.
Chris Farley.
Oh, if it's Farley's, Farley's way before my time. I haven't seen a lot of those.
Dude, Chris Farley, I live in a van down by the river. I again, if you're talking about me watching live, what made me laugh, that sketch, dude, it was uncomfortably funny. The Jim Carrey song, Let Me See in Those Titties, was really ridiculous. You know what I love though about last night's show is they showed all of the characters and sketches they would not be able to show now.
That's fun.
They showed people in Asian makeup doing accents. They showed it was like really, and Tom Hanks introduced it. He called them in memoriam, not for people that are dead, but for sketches we're not allowed to do anymore.
Wasn't he on Black Jeopardy in a MAGA hat?
Dude,
didn't that happen?
Yes, but the original Black Jeopardy with him there was also a high level sketch, so well written, because with the proof, what it was going to show was, because there was two black people and then him, who was just this old white country guy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And he was getting all the questions right. And they were trying to show that as different as they were, that these two groups of people also had some real similarities.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's a good one.
Yeah.
There was there's that one Chris Farley one that I love where he's dressed, it's him, Spade, and one other, and they're dressed like women. And they're like, slow down. He's like, I'm trying to eat. I'm starving. He just grabs Spade by the fucking throat. This is a great one.
Well, Fat Guy Little Coat started on SNL.
I thought that was Tommy Boy.
It started though. I think I heard Spade in an interview talk about he put his Spade's jacket on in the office and we just started singing "Fat Guy in a Little Coat."
I love that.
But I think if I'm going, Let Me See Those Titties with Jim Carrey made me laugh out, like real laugh.
Yeah.
And just in turn, and Norm Macdonald on Update. Although Colin Jost and Michael Shea are,
I love them.
So
It's
fucking
such a
funny.
good- my
Them writing jokes. I'm sorry. Let me just say,
for each other and making them read them is the funniest.
so funny.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. My favorite Weekend Update though, like my favorite guest is Stefan.
Yeah, dude. Your mom and I used to love him.
I love Stefan. The best place to go Halloween. Like him doing that with like the midgets and just like that. Stefan is, I think, one of my all-time favorites. The Californians.
Yep.
Is so funny. Is just
Dude, Fred Armisen is effortlessly funny.
So funny. Why don't you get out of here, Devin, and get on the 405 and take it to the 10 and go upstairs to Sete and get on the 101 and then you'll be long gone. Is the funniest thing to me. Like, because when he says it, I'm like, yeah, that's actually the exact it's like, it's so good. And then just the constant, ooh, what are you doing here, Devin? Is so good to me. Me and a guy in Sober Living, Cooper, shout out Coop, because he's the guy that I talk to the most from there. Sometimes like I'd walk in and he'd be sitting there and be like, he would just be like, fuck you. It's so good. Sweaty Balls is another good one.
Yeah, Sweaty Balls made me laugh.
One of my favorite ones, super underrated, is Dear Sister.
I don't know what that is.
It's the one with it's like what you say, and they're like predicting the future, but it's like the cops and the people, they're shooting each other in that one apartment. It's Andy Samberg. Oh God, it's so funny. You don't remember that one?
No, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, well, Dear Sister is for me underrated and one of my favorites. Honestly, we can watch it after the podcast. It's so fucking fun.
Dude,
I'll sit and watch it.
You have to look at the motivational speaker, Chris Farley.
Okay.
It's iconic.
Oh, MacGruber made me
laugh.
And did you see the Undercover Boss one with Adam Driver?
No.
Dude, Adam Driver's episode that he hosted has two fucking hilarious skits. There's one where he's Kylo Ren, but he's undercover boss on the Death Star as like some maintenance guy. Really funny. And there's another one where he plays a baby on an airplane, but it's just his head popping through the seat in this little onesie. It's just the mom is playing peekaboo with him, and she's like, where did you go, Teddy? And he's like talking like a regular person. Everyone else is like, will you shut that baby up? And then the bear comes back and he goes, Teddy has returned. And he's just sitting there yelling at this. Oh my God, it's so funny. Those are the three that I would make you watch. Is Dear Sister, Undercover Boss, and the baby on a plane.
I would put More Cowbell maybe in my top.
Yeah, also on the list here is More Cowbell. And the most recent one with Ryan Gosling, the Beavis and Butthead.
Super fun.
Holy shit, that one
super funny.
I remember watching that. One of the only episodes recently I watched live. I was in LA for some reason with you, and I went over to see my buddy McKay, and they were watching it. And I was sitting there legitimately laughing my ass off. Like, that had no reason to be that funny.
If something bad comes out about Ryan Gosling, I'm going to be so upset.
Me too.
So upset.
Even though people don't think he's handsome.
I mean, his charm comes through, but if it was just, his eyes are pretty close together, like in a Channing Tatum kind of way.
No, he's better looking than Channing Tatum.
Yeah, Channing Tatum. Look, if you told me Channing Tatum had a little Down syndrome in his family, I'd be like, yeah.
Okay.
If
you could tell me that like somehow, some way Shane Gillis and Channing Tatum were related, I'd be like,
not that far off.
Not too bad.
It's like
one was a lot more successful. One played sports, one was a class clown, but closely related.
Yeah, I would say they both are very successful. Yeah, but they're Downsy.
Definitely.
Yeah. Listen, everybody. First of all, April 2nd, I am shooting my special in Nashville, 2 shows. Crazy guests coming through. It's a comedy music show. It is going to be a fucking straight banger. I'm building out the stage down there in Zany's a little bit. I like performing there because people are right up on top of you. You're gonna want to get your tickets now for this show. These shows are gonna sell the fuck out.
Correct. I have the dates pulled up. You want me to do it?
Go ahead.
You want me to see if you can do it?
But yeah, and then can't believe. Yeah, go ahead.
As always, comedianjoshwolf.com for tour dates and tickets. This weekend, we will be in Fargo, North Dakota and Bloomington, Minnesota. Well, on that same note, not super excited to go up north for the winter because it's supposed to be -11.
Dude, Thursday in Fargo, -11. Come out to the show. What fucking else are you going to do?
Yeah, there's nothing you guys do up there. So,
But here's the thing. You and I would be hibernating like bears. They go out, dude.
And do what?
I don't know.
What is there to do in -11? You know what there is to do in -11? Sitting inside. You know what I call this season? Not going outside season.
That is not great promotion for the show. So let me take over from here.
I'm saying for me, but they're used to it.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I grew up in California. Anything below 50 is freezing for me.
Guys, come out to the show. The shows, I want to tell you this right now. The shows in Australia, New Zealand, were fucking so good. The crowd's so good. What Jacob and I are doing on stage right now is really fucking good. And a lot of it, dude, is because you are getting so much better as a comic.
Thanks.
So these shows have been amazing. Thank you to everybody who's been coming out. Make sure you come out and check them out.
Fargo, North Dakota, this weekend on the 20th. Bloomington, Minnesota, February 21st, 22nd.
That is at the House of Comedy in the mall.
We're back there?
Me, Jacob Wolf, and Lee Sayat. Friday night mushroom shows are back in effect, everybody. I got my mushrooms last night. They look fucking crazy. I'm going to go over 3 grams this weekend.
But didn't you want to... Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
We had a deal about that. Not a deal, but we had a plan about that.
What? Go over 3 grams?
You want to try and say grams one more time?
Grams?
You looked like you had a little stroke when you did it. Anyways, we'll pull the tape back up. No, remember the last time you were like, oh, I took less than 3, but I was really high because I took like a 2 or 3 week break.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to do that this time. You're just going to jump right into above 3 grams.
Yeah, I think it'll make a good clip.
Okay. Every Monday we're here at Kimmel's Comedy Club. So come see us. Also that Bloomington, Minnesota show, that was the first place I ever went on stage.
That's right.
So come see us. It's going to be a great time. We haven't been there in a cool minute.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Bloomington, Illinois, February 26th. Hobart, Indiana, February 27th. And Janesville, Wisconsin, the 28th through March 1st. Denver, we're there 6th to the 8th of March. Fort Worth, Texas, the March 13th through 15th. Come with me. My birthday is the day after, or 2 days after we leave. So come see us. We were there last year again for that. Lutherville.
No, Magoobies. That's basically Baltimore.
Okay, Baltimore, March 20th to the 22nd. And then the special, like he said, we have a break that week from the 24th to the 31st of the last week of March. We're not touring. And then after that, Stamford, New York. We're there from the 4th to the 5th. Dania Beach, Florida, Vegas, Tulsa, Cincy. Guys, comedianjoshwolf.com for tour dates and tickets. We're going to be, I assume there's probably going to be more dates added throughout the year, but we'll see. But if you want to check it out, comedianjoshwolf.com, tour dates and tickets. Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok, Jake_Wolf on Instagram. I'm really mad. Can't change my Instagram name because all of the Jacob Wolves are taken. So Jake_Wolf shall stay.
Guys, listen. Hey Maaan pod at gmail.com. We're going to get back into reading your emails. We are going to start interviewing people once again. But we would love your emails, questions, advice, about parenting, about being a kid, how to deal with your parents, any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, also, if you have like a generational debate or something you think that a different generation does and you think that we could have something to say on it, let us know because, you know, I think there's a lot of disagreements between generations. We had one in Adelaide about something about the old man.
Yep.
His fault. And yeah, so there's a lot of things that we disagree on. I know it looks like a lot on the surface that we just agree about everything. Not true. There's a lot of things I disagree with him on, in all honesty.
He's basically saying he's wrong a lot. But Hey Maaan Pod, that's man with 3 A's.
Nothing to throw.
Hey Maaan Pod at gmail.com. Send your questions in. There have been people. Remember, if we read your question on the podcast, you'll get 2 tickets to a show. I just talked to somebody who we read with one of their questions. We're gonna give him 2 tickets down in Fort Worth. I think his name is Brandon. Also, man, just remember, if you see me on your schedule, I give away 10 tickets every show to people, single parents who can't afford tickets, people who want to bring their kids who can't afford tickets, people going through a rough patch who can't afford tickets. I have been there and have been one of you, and I'm so happy to give back. So remember, you might as well ask. If I don't get back to you, that means I've given away the tickets, but I might get back to you and you might get tickets. So, Hey Maaan Pod, 3 A's on man at gmail.com. And guys, Jacob Wolf, this trip to Australia and New Zealand was so special.
Legit. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was so good to kind of connect with you on those 2 weeks. So I had such a good time. Guys, I'm having a great time connecting with you guys out on the road. Come see us. Huge things happening. And the special on April 2nd is where we're going to start. If you come to the shows in Vegas from here until then on Mondays, you're going to see me working on the special. It is a comedy music special. So if you want a preview, you're probably going to see a bunch on the road too. If you want a preview of what's going down, come to the shows. You got anything else?
That's it for me, man. And as always, tell somebody you love them today. Do something nice for someone. We'll see you next week.
Hey, everybody. Love you. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.